All right, the Season 3 Reloaded patch notes are here for Warzone, so let's jump into what this means for us. So there are going to be 18 total challenges, 9 in Cold War and 9 in Warzone to unlock blueprints. Again, like I said in the video before this, the skins are new operators you actually have to purchase for Rambo, and you have to purchase John McClane. They are not earnable through these challenges. Kind of a bummer, I know, but I mean, it is what it is for them, I guess, and they're staying an entire month, so we don't know if this event is going to stay for an entire month, but that is kind of the assumption with the due date of this being around, again, a month. But they are adding the Power Grab limited time mode. They are adding Plunder Quads is coming back. Rebirth Island Resurgence Trios is making its return. As far as the maps, there are 3 new map points: the Nakatomi Plaza, the survival camps, and the CIA outpost. We had talked about these in the previous video again. These are just pieces from around the lore and the mystique of Rambo and Die Hard. So they're making their way in here, and obviously that's where the challenges are going to be. The Gunsmith Customs has been added for Cold War weapons. Customize your weapon by borrowing attachments from multiple blueprint guns. So that's a huge deal for people that have actually purchased blueprint guns. Now you can mix and match your blueprint stuff to get the unique stuff. And this is actually the nuclear skin that's coming out this week. This kind of base right here. Looks pretty cool, like really steampunky. The compound bow or combat bow kill streak has been added to Verdansk for core, BR, plunder, and power grab. So this is the main thing I want to talk about. Was the stopping power has been reduced in spawn rate around Verdansk, so we know they're actually listening to us on Twitter, and then we know they're listening to us when we speak during their events and during their polls and things like that. So it's great to see Raven taking the lead and doing what people are asking for of them, and making the game a more harmonious place for people to actually enjoy the game. So the interesting thing they also mentioned too is there is an important adjustment coming to the BR modes and for solo, which I'm curious if that's going to be a no Bertha. I'm curious what that's going to mean for that, or if it's going to be a respawn mode for solos. There's lots of interesting things that you could possibly do with that to make it a little more actiony and not so campy. But as far as bug fixes go, here are the bug fixes. I'm not going to read this all to you guys. There's a crap ton here. And if you're interested in reading this all out, in the description down below is a link to the entire thing. But overall, I mean, we've got the ballistic knife this week coming to Warzone, and then next week is the AMP-63. So we will keep an eye out for that as well. The big thing is the AK-40 or AK-74. You got a massive buff to the neck multiplier. It's a really small hit shot, hit spot. So, the sprint to fire speed increase by 20%. Bullet velocity was slowed down, and maximum damage range was decreased by 25%. The AK-74U was really a balanced rifle to begin with. I don't know why they're messing with it, but we'll maybe mess with that here in a little bit. The PPSH-41. The maximum damage was increased from 27 to 28, and the maximum damage increase was increased by 3.8%. The PPSH really just didn't fill a role, so it's nice to see that they're actually doing something with that. All the Cold War sniper rifle base optics have been adjusted. So basically, they went through a bunch of sniper rifles and adjusted flinch, aim stability, ADS speeds, fire rate decrease. So there's a bunch of just changes to all of the rifles, basically, in Cold War, from Cold War in Warzone. So it's going to be time for a whole bunch of new videos coming out on that stuff in the next week or so. There are a bunch of adjustments to attachments. So the suppressor no longer reduces bullet velocity, now increases bullet velocity. So even like the low end suppressor will do something, evidently. So that's going to be a really interesting piece. They're talking about adding more attachments to Cold War snipers in later times. And I think they're adjusting these so that we get the sniper rifles to be a little more like the tac laser and things like that. So that's kind of what I think is going on there. As far as these are the bundles. The bundles come with the skins or operators. They are brand new operators. They're not just reskins of another operator. And the update is fairly large, it's 18 and 15 gigs, but 15 gigs for just about everybody else other than PC players. But that is what I've got for right now. Over the next couple hours, you'll be seeing videos coming out from us, probably 3-4 of them tonight, about the 80s Action Heroes event. We'll be doing all of the challenge coverage tonight. We'll be doing hopefully all of the small event pieces tonight as well. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see that stuff. Otherwise, you got some stuff to binge in the morning. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you around.